Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Red Devils Corner Kick Podcast, a fan podcast dedicated to Manchester United Football Club. As always, like, subscribe, follow, whether you're listening through Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or following on YouTube. And as well as you can follow on social media, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, or X. Thank you to those who have been subscribing, following, liking posts, videos, episodes, streams. Thank you again for the support and the feedback. I greatly do appreciate it as I slowly grow the channel. But again, thank you very much for all the support as we continue on with the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast. It is Saturday. It is a great day for Saturday. Why? Well, both squads won today, which is fantastic. United, the men's squad winning 2-0 against Tottenham. Women's squad winning 2-0 against Leicester City. But both games, great to have the wins. I will be breaking down both games in today's episode. Again, I'll be doing a double header because, again, it's like that. I think this might be the last double header for a bit because the men's squad don't have, I believe the men's squad don't have a game. Next game for the men's squad is Tuesday. But after that, our next game, we have Tuesday, and then we're not back until the 23rd against Everton. So Tuesday will be the last episode. So again, our next doubleheader. Let me just check the women's schedule. Let's just get that back up. No game. Next doubleheader would be March 15th. Sunday, March 15th. That is the last time when we have two games going on the same day. Not only that is an important game going on the 15th, as that is the women's final for the League Cup. Yeah, because the West Ham game is getting moved. The Women's League Cup is that day. So that is the next time where we're going to have both squads playing again on the same day. Because, again, we're back with Champions League next week for women, and as well as Lion City Lionesses next weekend, and then Chelsea for the FA Cup as well. So, and then the men are off after Tuesday, are not back until the 23rd against Everton. So, and the women are on a little international break while that's going on when the men are back for some of their Premier League games. It's what happens when you don't win your FA Cup matches, your League Cups for the men's squad. That's what happens when you're not playing well. It's great that we've won 4 in a row for the men. It is. Guess what? The women have won 5 in a row if you include today. I can continue on in how well the women have played over the last few games, not just beyond the 5, to say the least. So the women are playing very well. They are. The men, it's great that they got 4 wins in a row, but it's great that you're doing with this now. But, Ruben Amorim, you guys, despite we had injuries for some of the games and we had players missing, we understood that. But for the games that we relied you on with a full squad, where were you? To say the least. Where were you when those games were there? Where were you against Brighton when we fell 2-1? Where was that? So, again, it's great that we beat Arsenal. It's great that we beat City. But we needed wins. And you know what? I'll say it. The women this season have been fantastic. I'll say it. And they were great today. Both wins were great. I'm going to break them down. But again, it's good for Manchester United. It is. It's great for everything. But again, and I know people are talking about, well, the haircut Tuesday, if the men's squad get through and beat West Ham, who knows if we're going to see someone getting a haircut after Tuesday. Tuesday's not guaranteed a win. We struggled when we played them with a full squad. We struggled against West Ham the last time we played them. Let's not sit there and pretend that, we're going to, get a win 5-0. So, okay, let's get into the women's game. So 2-0 for Manchester United women's squad against Leicester City. It's a great win. I'm going to leave it. I'll say that there. That's not the preview. Yeah, it was a great win, Cade. Cool. The episode's done. No, today's episode, it was a good. Sorry, today's game was a good one. It was a great win. It was much needed. It keeps us up in those points because again, we're battling out with Chelsea, Arsenal. Tottenham isn't too far back, but we are battling for Champions League spot for the Women's League. It is important because again, we have to continue on. We're still waiting for what's happening with Chelsea, but if Chelsea win, there would still be a point back of us. Arsenal is still a game, technically 2 games in hand. Obviously, the Leicester game that they were supposed to play was postponed due to the Intercontinental match. So Arsenal still has a game to make up. Not only that, they're still playing this weekend as well. I think, when do they play? They should be playing. They play City in about 10 minutes at noon. So that will be an interesting one as well. And then Chelsea should be playing. Chelsea's playing tomorrow against Tottenham. So you have 2 interesting matches. Again, City wants to continue on with their dominance. Arsenal needs to make up points. Tottenham actually, as of right now, they're tied in points. But again, remember, Arsenal has the game in hand, and they're off to face Chelsea, who Chelsea needs to win. Chelsea needs to win to keep up with us as well, maintaining their that final spot for Champions League. So we're in it's a battle right now. It's going to be a battle till the end of the season. So right now there are games there, and Tottenham needs to win. Chelsea needs to win. It's going to be a marathon. So, but to the game, it's back to the match and everything. And again, I know I got sidelined because I was talking about the importance of everything with the table. We scored early. We did. We scored at the 13-minute. And you know what? I figure Olme was trying to go in, and hopefully you get Schuler to go for the cross on Tibben. But again, if Schuler was about an inch taller, probably her goal. But again, the kick from Olme and getting it in was good. We took the lead early, to say the least. From that lead, and so on and so forth, from there until the next goal, I had concerns with Leicester City getting back into it, and they were showing signs of getting attempts, because again, we scored at the 13th minute. They had opportunities. They did. My lineup was different. Obviously, I went with the same lineup as we did last weekend, that we did against Liverpool, and today it was a changeup. And again, I'm okay with that changeup. Why? Because again, we have Atletico next week. We have a Champions League match where we're on the road. So you want to make sure your regular starters still get their minutes, but not start. But we had the rotation. So this is where Skinner is now throwing in the rotation. Was there struggles today? Yes, there was. Opportunities, like, again, we had our chances. So did Leicester. Leicester did show some pressing. They did show changes, especially in the second half, applying it. And again, the tail of the final third, again, getting those goals to seal the game. Turlin, who has been on fire. Olme, who has been fantastic as well the last few games. She was great today, a goal and assist. And then you had Turlin getting a goal, again, adding to her repertoire, especially when scoring last week too. Yeah, she scored against Liverpool last week, right? I hope. Let me double check that, because I know Nelson scored, Rolfo scored. Yeah, no. Give me a moment here. I made an error. I believe I did make an error. Fixtures, Liverpool. Just give me a moment here. No, didn't score, but again, Turlin has been playing well. But again, Turlin has been playing well, because again, our last game before that, let me just pull up her stats, because again, we played Villa. This is what happens when you have a lot of stuff. Yes, Turlin did score against Villa, and then you have her scoring again today. Again, having her come on has been great. We're going to have her definitely starting for more games, especially with the European game next week. So I do apologize for that error that I just had. But we did have her score against Aston Villa. She has been playing well. I'm not going to take that away. Like, yes, I may have been wrong with the one goal, but she has been playing well. She has made an impact with her matches. But today, again, between those two goals, there's opportunities for Leicester to get in. We did struggle. Again, they did show some strike. Again, like Leicester did play well. I'm sure the ratings weren't there. We had our opportunities to put more in. We couldn't capitalize. Maillard was great today, I thought. I was a little shocked to see her get subbed off. But again, she's probably going to be in the rotation or to start on that Thursday match next week. I will be doing that episode Monday or Wednesday because, again, next week's schedule is a little up in the air because of everything going on. But we have an important game next week again. But again, Maillard I thought was fantastic. Everyone, I thought Schuler played well overall. The back four with Lundqvist starting, Riviera was coming off the bench. The back four played well. There were some times struggling, especially out on the wing. Toulouse-Joyce was great as well. But again, like I said, overall, when I'm discussing it here is there were opportunities for Leicester to take advantage of. They were able to move the ball. I saw a couple long passes where they got those advantages through. But we did a good job defending, capitalizing. Toulouse-Joyce did a great job clearing out. There was one point where we were struggling to try and keep it out. And the passing and everything trying to clear it out, again, there were struggles there. We were giving opportunities to score. And our defense held up. We closed it out. We got a clean sheet, which was great. That was important. That's what the key is. But again, great performances by Olme. Great performance by Turland. And again, Turland came on for Schuler as well. Schuler did play. She played well. She had opportunities, but again, the control wasn't there. Everyone, like, again, overall, I'm happy with the win. I would have liked to see us have a little bit more control and maintaining, not letting Leicester do some things on the attack, which we saw. But overall, I'm happy with the win. We're going to have wins like this. Again, when we play Atletico next week, we're going to have a battle there too. And I'll talk about that in the preview, but today was a good day to get rotation in. It was a good day to get opportunities, to get people in, because we needed it. We need to make sure that everyone's ready to go for the match, because we have, again, the importance match, seeing Rolfo come on, Riviere, Owojo, all of them coming on. Wangerham came on as well. So Mark Skinner did a good job with managing the rotation. That's how I want to say that there. Skinner did a great job managing the rotation today. Sometimes that rotation can affect the chemistry, but not every game is going to be perfect. Was this game perfect from all aspects? No. We did struggle. We gave some opportunities for them to come in, but realistically, I feel like the defense held up well. Again, trying to get it cleared out was one thing, but we did see some fight from Leicester with that as well. But overall, I'm happy with the win. It was a good win. It was a much needed win. It was a win that you need to have. It's not a win that you can struggle with. The one thing I was happy with is, I believe this is the first, if you look at the first goal, this is our first goal that we've scored. We scored the goal early, which is great, but we've seen opportunities where we've scored goals early and we've allowed the team to come back in. But in the end, and again, in the end, overall, we got the win. We got the win. So I'm happy with that. Again, we had opportunities to put it away a lot sooner. Unfortunately, opportunities like that weren't taken advantage of. Again, consistency, discipline, and finish. That is the one thing I'm always looking for in those matches. Player ratings. So, player ratings for today. Tulis Joyce, 8. She was fantastic today, especially clearing it out. Our back 4, Sandberg, Janssen, Letizier, Lugfist, all 7s. Miyazawa playing 7 with a 7. Olme, fantastic today, giving her an 8. Park, I'm giving her a 7. Again, she was great. She played fantastic. Mallard today, I thought was great out on the wing, getting the assist with the first goal. I was surprised that she got subbed off, but again, she felt she was probably one of our best on the attack. Nelson, I thought played very well. Again, she has been playing fantastic, especially last week as well. But again, she continued that today. Schuler, 6.3. She was okay today. Again, had some opportunities, but again, the control. But again, she still could, like, she played well today. That's what I'll say. She played well. She played just above average. So Turlin, 7 with the goal, coming off the bench and scoring. Wangerham, 6. Riviere, 6. Rolfo, 6. Awojo, 6. Overall, again, I'm happy with the win. It was a good win, a great win. We got points. We were able to continue on. These are the types of games that are important. It's great that we have derbies. It's great that we face rivals. But it's these types of wins that we need to have to maintain. It's these games that we can drop points again. Like I was saying, there was concerns against Liverpool last week at the start, and then today, especially after our first goal. But again, we these are the types of games that we have to close out. All right, let's get on to the men's squad. Okay, the men's game. So we won today 2-0, beating Tottenham. Lineup was the same as well when looking at it from last week. Overall, was it a good game today? It was good. We had opportunities. Yes, Spurs got the red. Spurs did play well. Spurs had opportunities. We had our chances. Everyone I thought played well. It was a very well played game. I know that it's 4 games in a row. I get it, but everyone I felt like did play well. But again, like I was discussing with the women's game, like Spurs were well for the first half. They were. I thought they were definitely a little bit outplaying with us. I know we had opportunity early on in the game. We had an opportunity. I remember that was like 2 minutes into the game. Mbuemo went wide, but we definitely had opportunities. But overall, again, what helps is they got the red card early. Other than that, like even when we got the red card and we went up 1-0, we still were struggling. Like there were possessions won. Like again, stats, I don't go into stats much because again, stats can only dictate everything. Again, like if you look at the women's game stats, like it showed United well in favor, but realistically, when you look at the game itself, yeah, it's great that we needed Tottenham to get a red card for us to even get an opportunity for an advantage. And again, they're still showing strides. Tottenham played well. Fulham played well last week. Again, this is just like the Leicester City game. These are the types of games that we can't drop points against because again, we're trying to compete for Champions League. But we kind of need a little bit of assistance. Again, it's still a straight red, but even after the red, Tottenham still creeped around. Tottenham still had opportunities to get there. And we played defensively well. We cleared out again. We're only playing 10 men. Like, I know 10 men. Yes, everyone's going to mention Everton. But again, there are still struggles. There was. And it wouldn't have surprised me if somehow they scored a goal. Found a way, Tottenham, to score a goal. But in the end, we got the win. They played well. We found ways to score. Defensively, everyone played well. It's great when both squads get a clean sheet for that. But yeah, in the end, and again, Bruno's goal, again, getting one in the final minutes to seal it. United knew that. United had opportunities as well to try and get those opportunities to score. There were opportunities there to score and seal it. Again, consistency, discipline, finish. You're not always going to get what you want. And the thing is, too, and I should have mentioned this at my intro, but like both games felt similar in a way. Like the only difference was the timings of the goals, well, the first goals, but we needed a red to give us a little bit of a push to take advantage. I'm not saying that we may not have scored two. Like, what I'm saying is we may not have scored 2 goals today if it wasn't for the red card. There's a chance that we may not have scored any if Tottenham. We may have broken through and maybe gotten 1, maybe. But again, like Tottenham was playing well at the beginning. We definitely showed resilience. But again, things do change. Tactics do change when it's 8, or sorry, when you're up 1 man. And yeah, they like, despite that, we did not play well. Somehow we struggle when it's a team that drops down a person. We struggle. I don't know why we struggled to maintain it, but we did. But it showed there today. It did. But again, I'm happy with the wins. I'm happy with the way things went for Manchester United. In the end, I'm happy with the goals. Bruno's goal involvements, Mainu with an assist. Bruno's again goal assisted by Diego Dalot. Again, like it's great to see. It is. We are scoring. We're moving the ball. We cleared it out. We played well. But again, there's the assistance there too. But overall, I think the men, it's great. Now, and this is the one thing too. Now we're going into West Ham next week. We need to find a way to close out those types. Like, again, we closed it out, but again, we have to be able to do it in the games and take advantage. Like, it had to be there. But again, United's men did struggle. They struggled in the first bit. After the red card, it was great that we scored, but even after the red card, there were still struggles. Again, there were struggles to continue on. And again, a win is a win. Yes, you can talk about it, but again, there's a lot to learn from this type of game too. And same for the women's game. There's a lot for them to learn in those games because, again, both squads had opportunities to just score and take the game away. They had that. But again, both of them scoring in the final 10 minutes of the game, getting the wins, sealing them, which is great. I'm happy with a clean sheet for Lemens. He's now on his 4th clean sheet. The defense played well. Rotation was good. Everyone was there. There was a concern about Casemiro. You're wondering if he gets injured, what may have happened. But luckily he didn't. But there is concern again. We don't have depth at that midfield position. We don't. So, but yeah. Player ratings. Player ratings for the men's squad. Let's pull that up. So, Sonny Lemens, 7.5. Maguire, 7. Martinez, 7. Shaw, 7. Dalot, 7. The back 4 played well today. They played well. I thought so. Shaw had an opportunity for a goal, but overall, they defended well. They played well. Ahmad played well, movement and everything, 7. Bruno, goal involvement, scoring a goal overall, had a good performance. Some things, forcing certain shots, again, the discipline, you can talk about it until the cows go home. But again, Bruno was an 8. Casemiro, Mainu, both of them were fantastic today. I'm giving them both 7.5s. I know some of my ratings before with Mainu have been average, but him and Casemiro today in that midfield, 7.5 for both. I thought they both played fantastic. Again, yeah, but again, you can potentially put it lower just because with everything, they can put everything away, but in the end, 7. I'm giving them 7.5. I'm being generous. Yeah, 7.5 today. I thought they both played very well. And Mbeumo with the goal, playing well up front, had opportunities to get more. 7.5. Cunha, he was okay. He was quiet. Didn't really steal away or anything, but again, you saw the impact that he has, especially on early as well. 7, Sesko, Mazraoui, Ugarte, Xerxes, Fletcher, all 6s. They all played well. Maintained the clean sheet. We closed it out. You can talk about Sesko's opportunity with the final touch. We're already up 2-0, guys. Like, if it was a draw and we needed that to win, cool. But we're already up 2-0, so I'm not too worried about it. Yes, he could have probably dropped in his shoulder, but again, So I'm not worried about the Sesko goal attempt. I'm not. So yes, I was talking about the schedule for next week. So we're in a situation where Manchester United we have a game on Tuesday. So you may see a preview episode potentially tomorrow or Monday because we're playing West Ham. The women's preview may come out Monday night or Wednesday night. I might, the reason why, so actually, no. Because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are all going to be busy. So Monday is going to be the preview episode for West Ham on Tuesday. Tuesday will be the post game. Wednesday is going to be my preview for the match for Champions League, which is happening on Thursday. I have the post game on Thursday after the Women's Champions League. And then let's pull up the rest of the women's schedule. And then Saturday, Friday, or probably Saturday, I will probably do my preview match for the women's game against Lionesses as well. Because again, the men's squad are off for basically after Tuesday until they're back on the 23rd. And then back at it again the following week. Well, the following week isn't bad. It isn't. And also, I'm still trying to work on getting myself ready for the live show, which I'm aiming to do for the live watch along. Because unfortunately, I can't do it for the Champions League games. No, I won't be able to do it for the Lionesses either. I'm going to the one thing too is I want to make sure I'm able to stream as well for the Chelsea Manchester United FA Cup match, which is happening Sunday at 9 a.m. So you want to make sure that's there. But yeah. And then, the men are back on the Tuesday or on the Monday against Everton. But yes, for schedule wise, I'll be back Monday. But so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, I'll have episodes out all next week. Yeah, it's going to be a busy week. Pumping out episodes. So again, Monday will be the preview for West Ham. Tuesday post game. Wednesday preview for against Atletico. Thursday post game against Atletico. Won't have an episode Friday. Saturday preview for United versus London City Lionesses. Post game Sunday after the Lionesses. And then kind of back to normal for the men's squad. Back to normal again for regular schedule. Well, yeah, no. There might be some changes. There'll be changes that week too. I'll worry about that next week or the week after. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode today. I hope you guys were happy with the wins. I hope everyone's thrilled with the wins. The women continue to be having a fantastic season, winning a very important one. Again, hands down to Skinner for the rotation. He's got, like I said, the next 2 weeks are 5 games for this women's squad. So they're going to have they're going to be tired. Fatigue is going to hit them. Again, I think we have the rotation. It sucks not having Ella and Leah there because, again, they're out. but having players back for rotation, having Rolfo back is key. Having Gabby George come back is key. So you have those players there. You have that rotation. You have that depth. Today was a good example of Skinner using that as well. For the men's squad, again, overall, I'm happy with the wins. Again, I am happy with the wins for both squads. So I'm not taking that away. They both played well. They both had their struggles today. Overall, I'm happy with the wins. And again, Carrick, again, played well, but again, there were the struggles. So, but yeah, that's it for the episode. Again, like, subscribe, follow YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. And you can follow, and again, don't forget social media, Instagram, TikTok, and X as well to follow as well. And again, thank you to those who have subscribed, follow, like, comments. Thank you again to all those who have been showing support. I greatly do appreciate it. I will talk to you guys Monday. This is the Red Devils Corner Kick Podcast. Glory, glory, Man United.